Today in Mas Politica, an institution where 9 old people wearing black muumuus argue inside of one room. No, it does not take place in a trailer park. It's been in the news a lot lately and not in the best light, like Congress. I'm talking about the one and only Supreme Court of the United States. My name is Rolo.
And I'm Paul, and today we're going to look at the role this court plays in our democracy. So get your pens and paper ready.
That's right. But first, just for fun, let's see how much you know. Let's take a look. How many justices are there in the United States Supreme Court?
Justices. I think there's just one justice, isn't there?
I don't know. I would have no idea.
I have no idea.
I'll give you a multiple choice question. Is it 7, 8, or 9?
I say 9. 8 or 9.
It's more than one. Is it 8, 9, or 10?
Wow. Well, this thing is the shortest number, 8?
I say you'd be right when you say 9.
9?
There's 9.
Wow.
Now, can you name a Supreme Court justice?
Yeah, Stevens. Justice Stevens.
Stevens.
Justice Scalia.
Scalia. Do you like Scalia?
No.
Why's that?
What? Why is that? Scalia. He's just such a fucking asshole. Right?
What is the job of the United States Supreme Court?
Justice is to justify justice. To create justice.
Mm-hmm. Do you agree? Disagree? You want to add?
I agree.
Give me your favorite
Scalia.
one.
Oh my God. He voted no on the striking down DOMA.
It's kind of dumb, right?
To strike down DOMA?
Now, can you name any of the justices?
I can't, but one question that I do have about the Supreme Court is why do they have a life tenure? Is that true?
That's true.
Did he support DOMA though?
How does somebody who's lived in a completely different era can make decisions for a new era with new problems arising here right now? How is that possible?
That is a good question. But that was written in a document that was written 200 years ago. What is that document called?
I have no idea.
Who's your favorite justice?
I'm gonna have to say Sotomayor. Just because she was the first what?
Latino justice.
That's right.
I should know this.
Starts with a C.
It's called the Constitution.
I agree.
The first thing you should know is that the Supreme Court is the most powerful and secretive institution of unelected officials in the US. Its members are appointed for life. They choose their own cases. They argue behind closed doors. They wear robes. What's under those robes? What are you guys hiding from us? Come on! But most importantly, we need to remember their decisions are final. Doesn't sound very democratic, right? Well, that's just the way it is. I'll explain. The Supreme Court is the highest court in our country. It is the last place where you can appeal a decision made by a federal court or a state Supreme Court. That's why it's called Supreme. Like Taco Supreme from Taco Bell. Best taco in the house. Tell 'em Paul sent you. Taco Supreme. Fire sauce. Don't be a puss. The court is made out of 9 judges, called justices. One is the Chief Justice, and the other 8 are Associate Justices. Say that 5 times fast. Currently, 6 are men. 3 are women. 1 is black. 2 are Italian. 1 is, we have Justice Sotomayor, hey, a Puerto Rican from New York. What do you know? We made it. Each justice has 1 vote, and all decisions are made by majority vote. Lately, we've seen a lot of close votes, like 5-4. That's because we have 4 justices that are very conservative, and 4 that are very liberal, and 1 that's kind of in the middle. This guy here. They meet in this building in Washington, D.C. between October and July every year. That means they get the summer off, like school teachers. Do you think they go to the beach? Have you ever seen a Supreme Court justice in a bathing suit? What would that be like? Anyway, how do you get to be a Supreme Court justice? Who decides that? Well, you're asking very good questions. They're not elected by us, we the people, nor by Congress. They're appointed by the President and confirmed by the Senate. Once confirmed, the job is yours for life, until you die, retire, resign, or get kicked out. Which has never happened before. Why has nobody ever been fired from the Supreme Court? Don't they have job reviews like the rest of us? Now, this next part bugs a lot of people. The court picks and chooses the cases it will argue. I mean, that's like me picking and choosing which burgers I'm gonna flip. I mean, not forever. I mean, once I get on my feet. Ladies. Anyway, 4 of the 9 judges have to agree to even hear the case. If not, the ruling of the lower court stands. Case closed. There's nothing you can do about it. Sorry. Go home. Go back to flipping burgers. And why is that, you ask? Well, that's just the way it's written into the Constitution. The idea is to have the court and the justices totally neutral and impartial, with no political ties to anyone, only to the Constitution. That might not always be the case, but that's another story. Well, that's the Supreme Court, folks. Check out all of these links down here. Where did they all come from? I'm gonna look at them all, and you should too. Hey, don't forget to share and subscribe, because why should you have all the goodness? Share with your friends. I'm Paul, and this is Mas Politica. The police are after me.
So just like there's a lot of people that want to change the way that Congress works, there's plenty of people that want to do the same thing with the Supreme Court. One of those proposals is to allow Congress to override the Supreme Court's decisions regarding federal laws. What do you think, Paul?
Well, that's not a bad one, but I actually like the one involving the supermajority, which would change the vote to a 7-2 instead of a 5-4, which would actually make the justices argue and agree on something for a change. But unless there's a huge controversy, I don't think Congress is going to act on that.
So if you like this show, make sure to comment, subscribe, and share with your friends.
Yeah, or send us a video comment. Or just straight bitch about what you don't like on the show, and if we like it enough, you could get your very own prize like, boom, sorry.
Bam, I'm not sorry.
Oh, look at that. All of yours for just saying what's on your mind to us.
100% caught. My name is Roland.
I'm Paul.
And join us on the next episode of Mas Politica.